Hello guys, and welcome back to another late night horror show. As you can see, it's not night time. I'm actually filming this in the daytime, obviously because I've got to fit some of these videos in between shifts at work and things like that. So this is this month's late night horror show. So a lot's happened in the month of May. So here we are now in June, in the midst of summer. So what's happening? First of all, in horror news, a few sort of news things sort of going on and gossip. There's a new Insidious film coming out very soon, including pretty much, I believe, pretty much the whole sort of original sort of cast that's in the other film. So that's coming out soon. The new Terrifier 3, is in processing now, being made, and I believe it's sort of penciled in for an October 2024 release. And the directors and the filmmakers have said it's going to be even more extreme than previous releases, so that'll be interesting and look forward to seeing that. So that's really cool. Also rumoured around and going around different places is John Carpenter is supposedly making a remake to The Thing. Now, until I see it or hear it properly from an official source, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say this is 100% happening, but it's been rumoured around a number of sites, and I heard it at Horicon. A few people were talking about it when I was talking to them in the queue at Horicon. Said that yeah, he's in the midst of sort of preparing a sequel to The Thing. If it's true, wow, that's going to be amazing. I can't wait for that. There's a couple of releases coming out soon, which I'm really looking forward to. There's Arrow Video are releasing their version of the brilliant film The Lighthouse. I believe that's out next week, I believe. So yeah, keep your eyes open for that. That's going to be awesome. I know that's already been out a while, but I believe that Arrow have sort of like released an official 4K version, and I've upgraded the Blu-ray version to a 4K resolution, and they both come in sort of collector's editions. So that's going to be quite cool. And also, finally coming out in the UK. It's been out in America for a while, but it's finally getting a UK release, and that is the prequel to Ty West's film X, and that's called Pearl, and that's also coming out in June. So that's really, really cool. It's about time that's come out. I'm surprised it's taken this long, but that's getting a Blu-ray release later in the month. I think you can pre-order it now on Amazon for about $14.99. So there's some upcoming sort of releases, and I believe Evil Dead Rise has got a release date now, as in July, for on DVD and Blu-ray and 4K. So there's another one that's on its way out in the next few weeks. So that's pretty cool. I have pre-ordered the Evil Dead film. Lighthouse, and that I'm hoping to go into Bradford during the weekend and pick that up. So I'm looking forward to that. If I do, I might do an unboxing and review of that film, because that's such a cool film. It's made by one of my favourite directors, the same director of The Witch. So that's going to be cool. It's a very sort of Lovecraftian kind of film. So that's cool. So May's just gone, and we had a great month, me and the lad Lemon Lord. We went to Horicon in Sheffield, which was fantastic. We had an amazing time. If you don't know what Horicon is, it's a convention all about horror. Not necessarily just about horror films, but all about horror in general. It can be horror, people that collect horror comic books, or horror sort of statues and things like this, or masks and all this kind of thing. And it's all based around this, and quite a few sort of famous actors from horror movies go there and sort of do signings. So me and the lad went along, and it was a fantastic day. I met up with of my greatest people that I know on the planet, and that's Russell and Jenny. It was fantastic to meet up with them there because they're great friends, and I chat to Russell pretty much daily. So it's really, really good to sort of like chill out and catch up some time with them, which was fantastic. I had a great time, and they got to meet the lad, and they got on really well. Russell and the lad got on really well, so that's really, really cool. So that was great, and they made the lads feel welcome, and yeah, that was just really nice for him because he's quite shy, and so it was really good for him to sort of like meet a couple of really nice people. Um, the legend that is Horror Hands went, but sadly didn't get to see him there. He got an early bird ticket and was, I think, pretty much in and out. He probably come out while we were going in. He went there to get his movies, and I think he sort of like went. So we didn't get a chance to bump into him, but next time I will hopefully see him, and I'll pin him down. Not literally, I mean pin him down and say hi and grab a photo with him or something. But it was really cool. So I got to meet some really cool people, but my lad proved to once again that he's so much cooler than me, and he's the coolest guy on the planet because he got to meet Jonathan Breck, the actor from Jeepers Creepers, and got a film signed by him, and he got to meet the legendary Doug Bradley, who plays Pinhead in Hellraiser, and he got his photo taken with him. See, my lad is so much cooler than me. But we had a great time. We had a good old wander around and have a look at all the stuff going on. And there were a lot of people dressed up there as different characters. There was Michael Myers. There was My Bloody Valentine. There was Jason Voorhees. There was what's his name, Pennywise. There was a couple of people dressed up as like a couple of sort of like Nazi zombies from Dead Snow. There was a Captain Spaulding there. There was a Ghostface. There was loads of all dressed up people. No Art the Clown though, which was a bit strange. But yeah, but that it was cool to see all these sort of people, you know, sort of dressing up and sort of really going out their way and having a really good time. It was so cool, such a great event. There were a few negatives about the event, which I'll talk about in my Horicon video. If you've not seen it, go back over my channel and have a look. There was a couple of negative things going on at the event, but it didn't take it away from it being a wonderful day. So that was an amazing day, meeting amazing people, and Lemon Law being cool as F by meeting these film stars. Are really cool. And I managed to pick up, as you can see now, a couple of posters on my wall, and I've picked up a nice blanket. It's because I'm old, I need blankets to keep warm, you know, so I picked up a nice blanket. So that's really cool. And a couple of movies. And talking about movies, I've got a couple of pickups to go through. I've not got many because I haven't bought many movies this month and stuff, mostly because of Horicon. It cost an absolute fortune there. I got through a couple of £100 without even knowing it, and then that sort of like thinks, wow, there goes my chance of buying many movies this month. But I have picked up a few, and I've got them here today, and I'm going to go through them with you. And one of them is I don't know the right word. It's something that I've been after for a long time, and I'm dead chuffed to finally get it. It's one of the treasures in my collection, and it's Pieces. Not the normal Pieces. This is the 3-disc edition of Pieces. So it comes with the movie, it comes with the DVD, and it comes with a soundtrack of the film. I've been after this for such a long time. To me, it's one of my treasures. This will go into probably into my display cabinet rather than into my Arrow selection, because I do have the normal edition that's in there. So this one is going to go into my display cabinet. It's really, really cool. Yeah, I don't think there's not a lot different than the original version I got, apart from it's got a DVD. It's got 2 versions of the movie, and it's got the CD soundtrack and the reversible cover. It's supposed to come with a booklet, but there's no booklet in there, so I'm a little bit gutted about that. When it turned up, I was so excited when the postman arrived and dropped it for the letterbox, and I was sort of like, oh god, I can't, it's pieces, isn't it? So I went and opened it, and then I saw the cover for awesome. Opened it up and I thought, oh, where's the booklet? But that's CX for you. CX are renowned for doing stuff like that, and a lot of the time it's CEX's fault, because they don't see the value of stuff like that, and a lot of stores throw it away. Because I've taken stuff in before and traded stuff in before with like booklets or whatever, and they said, oh, do you want to take the booklet or the CD out, soundtrack? No, they come with, no, we'll just throw them away. I'm just thinking, that's not right, because if someone's buying this, because it's advertised as 3 discs with a booklet, etc., and it hasn't come with that. But there we go. I've got the 3-disc version though, so I'm dead chuffed to have that in my collection. So that is one of my treasures now, so I'm glad to get that. I picked up a couple of 4K discs. This one I'm looking forward to seeing, and I will review on my channel. It's Alan Parker's Angel Heart. Now, I saw this years ago in the 1980s. I haven't seen it since. It's a very strange film. It stars Mickey Rourke and Robert De Niro, and it's about Mickey Rourke plays like this private eye investigator who's looking for this person that Robert De Niro's sent him out looking for, and Robert De Niro is actually the devil in the film. So it's quite cool. It's 2 discs, and it's got a booklet. It comes with a booklet with loads and loads of interviews and stuff in there. So that's really, really cool for that to sort of come like that. So it comes with lots of sort of really cool photos. It's very, very 80s. It's got a very sort of it's really got a very it's got a little bit of a sort of gangstery, Lovecraftian sort of feel to the film, which I quite like. It's really, really cool. Yeah, so I managed to pick that up on 4K. So that's really cool. Angel Heart. I picked another Arrow Blu-ray up that the lad picked up not so long ago as well, and he really enjoyed it. And I remembered, this brings back a lot of memories to me, this film. And this is The Slayer on the Blu-ray. It brings back a lot of memories, because at the time I was dating a young lady, and she was really into horror films like me, and we brought this on a Vipco DVD, and we watched it, and we just laughed all the way through it, because it was so sort of silly and sort of cheaply and tacky, but awesome at the same time. It's a sort of monster slasher movie, really, but it was really, really cool. And this is a good addition. It comes with a DVD, it comes with a Blu-ray, and it comes with the booklet, which is really, really cool. This is what I mean. This is from CX, and it's so cool. And I'm just thinking, if you can do stuff like this, why can't you do it with the limited rare stuff? Because that piece is really rare. You know, it goes for a lot of money, like 70, 80, over £100. So why not keep it complete? You know, it's just crazy. But there we are. I had one more pickup, a 4K collector's edition from Arrow, and it's David Cronenberg's version of the story of William Burroughs' A Naked Lunch. So I managed to pick this up on 4K. It is the collector's edition. It comes with one of those silly little cards. Exterminate all rational thought on the back. And it comes with, let's have a look for you, really nice box. It comes with a poster. I've not looked at the poster yet, but I'm sure it's going to be a double-sided poster. There we go, there's one side, Naked Lunch. And there's the other side. So it comes with a really cool poster. It's got that lovely smell with it. It comes with a quite a sizable booklet, which is really cool. And it's got forwards, and it's got like stuff from William Burroughs, things about the film, interviews and essays from different sort of people that love the film. And it also comes with the 4K disc. It's only a one disc. Arrow seems to be releasing them lately, a 4K with a 4K and then a Blu-ray with just a Blu-ray. Instead of releasing the 4K with a Blu-ray, which sometimes I quite like having both. But it comes with a 4K disc, and it comes with lots of little bits and bobs inside. It comes with a passenger ticket for the cruise ship, which is in the film. It comes with a card. You'll see how elegantly this works card. And that's the general petitioner card there. It comes with William Lee's card. And it comes with some mark cards from the movie. The movie stars Peter, what's his name again? Peter Wells. Peter Weller, is it? Something like that? Peter Weller? I'm sure it's Peter Weller, the actor's name. And he starred in RoboCop. So it comes with the art cards. And this story is based on William Burroughs' novel, The Naked Lunch. And when it came out to mixed reviews. Because Naked Lunch is such a famous and well-established sort of like alternative novel. It's one of those novels that nobody's really dared to take on and put out as a film, because they know that it's got its own huge fan base, and they will be very critical, and they were, of this when it came out. A lot of people didn't like it, a lot of people loved it. But it's about an author and about the sort of problems he has in his coping with his brain, and he starts to see things, and it's a very sort of strange, sort of little mixed up story. I do class it as a horror film, because it is like it's the inside of like almost insanity at some point. So it's a really cool sort of book and film. So I might review it on my channel. Not sure, not thought about it yet. But it's made by David Cronenberg, director of The Fly, and director of Shivers, Rabid, Scanners, all these amazing films that he's done. And that's the collector's edition, which is complete. And that is my pickups. So I've got The Naked Lunch, The Slayer, Pieces, 3-disc edition, and Angel Heart on 4K. So they were my pickups. And that's it really. I'll just tell you what's going to be going on in my channel over the next sort of few weeks. Next week is just some sort of normal random horror movie reviews, but then I've got a couple of weeks coming out with sort of like specialised weeks, a bit more monster sort of movies coming up. I'm going to be doing a week of Critters movies, looking at some of them movies, and then I'm going to have Killer Croc week after that, and then after that I'll probably go back to doing maybe some reviews of like Angel Heart and some other films I'm still needing to sort of review and put up on my channel. So that's what's coming up on my channel in the next few weeks. Lots of sort of like movie reviews, and I'll keep you up to date with any sort of like news of any releases. If that John Carpenter thing gets confirmed, I'll put a little short video up and let you know. But that's the news for you for this month, and that's the end of this week's this month's late night horror show. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all still watching horror movies and being good to one another. It's really important. Before I go, please check out some horror channels for me. Check out Horror Hands, Horror Geek, Manview Film, RS Designs, Pizzawell, I am the Ice Lord, Sarah of Horror, Cat watches horror movies, Grumpy Andrew's haunted house, and of course a massive shout out to the coolest guy on the planet, and that's my lad Lemon Lord. Until next time, look after yourselves, don't have nightmares, and I really hope I see you all soon.